What is up, Texas Tech Red Raiders fans? It's Real Friend IndyCar Timm here with the Texas Tech Red Raiders Daily Blitz. It is Saturday. It is September 20th. It is 2:50 p.m. Central Time, which means one thing and one thing only. It is Utah Utes Postgame edition. What do you think about that? How about those Red Raiders? I tell you what, they continue to amaze me each and every week now. Not offensively, because we expect that, right? We've expected this offense from a Joey McGuire team. We've expected this offense from the Red Raiders for a long time. But this defense, man, just continues to blow me away. What Shieldwood has come up with here since joining the program, and especially just this season, how it has all come together. You've got some transfers that have come in that have just changed the culture of this defense and changed the entire culture of football now in Lubbock, and with Joey McGuire's squad. Coming into this game, this was a matchup of course, number 17 Texas Tech versus number 16 Utah. Both teams have been dominating their opponents this year, and it showed offensively, and it showed defensively. The Texas Tech Red Raiders had outscored. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up notes here as we go. Texas Tech Red Raiders had outscored their opponents 67-7, 62-14, 45-14. All right, coming in 174-35 is what the Red Raiders had outscored their opponents in 3 games entering the Utah game. For Utah, their 3 wins, also 3-0, 43-10, 63-9, 31-6. 2 very offensive-oriented teams who have just as dominating defenses this year. And it has continued to amaze me for the Raiders how they have done this. So basically, coming into this game, these 2 teams had scored a combined 311 points and allowed 60 against them. So you didn't know what you were going to get. Was it going to be an offensive shootout where the defense is going to collapse? Or were you going to get what we saw through the first 3 quarters of this game, where the defenses were just dominating? Turnovers aplenty. It was not what I expected. I expected the offensive side of it. And in the fourth quarter, the Red Raiders offense obviously prevailed with a 24-point fourth quarter. After both teams go scoreless in the third, it was a 10-3 Red Raiders halftime lead. But you still felt good about it. I did. Utah could do nothing. Nothing. It took a long play, much like the Red Raiders on their first touchdown. It took that 73-yard catch and run to set up the touchdown. Well, Utah had a long singular play that set up their field goal in the second quarter. The third quarter, Baron Morton goes down on a big hit, but a legal hit. And that's one of the things you worry about with a quarterback like Baron Morton. He's very Baker Mayfield-esque if you need an NFL comp, and that's a pretty good NFL comp, by the way. But he's a little reckless with his legs, and sometimes that can come back and bite you. It was a good hit. It was a legal hit, but, man, it was a wicked, nasty hit. He left the field, went to the locker room, did not return. That was early in the third. But when you got Will Hammond as your backup, one of the top recruits in the country, and you saw why through the third and especially in the fourth, as that dude, I think, missed one throw, that overthrow in the corner of the end zone on the missed touchdown, but it didn't matter. Will Hammond is a beast, and if Morton has to miss some time, I don't see this offense falling off at all. But what you saw in the fourth quarter out of Will Hammond in this offense was just nuts. Before he left, Baron Morton, 12 of 19 for 142 yards, 2 interceptions. It was a turnover fest for both teams in the first half. The Red Raiders had the 2 picks, and then Utah had 2 fumbles and a pick, I believe. 2 picks and a fumble, if I recall correctly. Will Hammond comes in 13 of 16, 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. He might have played better than Will Hammond. Now, I know when Will comes in, the offense changes just a little bit, and they were able to establish, the Red Raiders were able to establish the running game in the second half that Utah could not. Baron Morton did not have the benefit of the running game in the first half. All in all, Texas Tech rushing 173 yards to Utah's 101. Cameron Dickey, 13 carries, 67 yards. Will Hammond had 8 scrambles for 61 yards. Jacoby Williams, 11 carries, 43 yards. Barron scrambled 5 times for 2 yards. There's your 173. Dickey with the 2 touchdowns on the ground. The leading rusher for Utah, Naquari Rogers, 37 yards on 10 carries. As a team, 31 carries, 101 yards with the 1 TD. The longest run of the day for the Utah Utes, 8 yards. That is the longest run they had for the day, was 8 yards. The longest run for the Red Raiders, Baron Morton had a longer run than 8 yards on the day. Cam Dickey's long was 24. Will Hammond's long was 32. Jacoby Williams' long was 12. Morton's was 11. It was important for the Red Raiders to establish that rushing attack in the second half. It was important to do it in the first half. It didn't happen. In the second half, you kind of wore down the Utah defense. I thought they were showing signs of fatigue more so than the Red Raiders defense was. And when that starts to happen, you just continue to pound the ball, and you get what you had in the fourth quarter, a 24-point outburst to just 7 in the final frame. That's where you come up with your 34-10 win. During the broadcast, Joel Klatt said he thought that the Red Raiders are a top 10 team. And I don't know how anybody can argue against that now with this win over number 16. This was the first win in a ranked matchup, so we're Texas Tech and their opponent are both ranked in the top 25. This was the first win, such win like that for the Red Raiders since 2008 when Texas Tech was number 2 and beat number 8 Oklahoma State. So that puts the Red Raiders at 4-0 on the season, 1-0 in the Big 12. Utah falls to 3-1. Overall, 0-1 in the Big 12. And there's nothing you can say about this game that wasn't good for the Red Raiders other than the injury to Baron Morton. Make sure you check in with us at FanStream Sports. We will continue to update you both on this podcast and on the FanStream Sports Dallas page over there with some written content for you. Make sure you head over there, fanstreamsports.com, subscribe for all the tech, latest news and updates, opinion, analytics, all that good stuff that we'll give you over there. But we appreciate everybody tuning in here. Let me know what your thoughts are at IndyCar Timm on all of the social media, on X, Threads, BlueSky, Facebook, Instagram, all of that good stuff over there. Head over there. Let me know what you think, or if you're watching the video here on the FanStream Sports YouTube channel, just leave me a comment. I'd love to converse with you briefly about all the things the Red Raiders did, dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, walking away with a huge 34-10 win over the Utah Utes. The Red Raiders will certainly climb in the standings. In the rankings. We'll see if they can crack the top 10. Depends on how things go, I think, the rest of the way on Saturday, but certainly a good opportunity for them. Utah probably will fall at least out of the top 20. They may still appear in the back half, but we will see. And we'll talk about all of that on the next show right here on the Texas Tech Red Raiders Daily Blitz. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.